Broly is a Saiyan. Is he the legendary Super Saiyan, regular Super Saiyan, something else? What exactly is he? That's today's topic. So, there will be other videos talking about theories, other opinions, everything floating around the internet, but I'm too lazy to read them. And here's what I think. All the three pure Saiyans that we know are around the same age. Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. All separate, all different legacies. So legacy or any secret technique being involved was out of the question. What makes Broly different? Because if there was any technique, any secret technique, it would be like Vegeta would have the technique. The prince of all three Saiyans would be the inheritor of the first Super Saiyan technique. So that's out the window. Next, focusing on techniques, Goku was the one who grew up completely on Earth and learned the traditional martial arts along with the Kamehameha from Master Roshi, the Kamehameha special. This may or may not, but maybe. That might have been an aiding factor for him becoming the super first. Not likely, but sure, why not? As it is unique to Goku and being aiding a factor for him becoming super first. And the other two scenes like formal training, like the Vegeta and Broly both receive actual Saiyan training for fighting tactics. So both Vegeta and Broly have that in common. Yet only Broly became the legendary Super Saiyan. So Broly received similar training, but Vegeta didn't turn legendary. So training isn't either. Next, we get into the factors that are unique to Broly and not Goku or Vegeta, obviously. It's what really is. Next, we get Broly barely had any contact with Earth, and we know that all the S cells and everything. The theory is that these cells are caused due to compassion, increased compassion. That's why the younger generations like Gohan or Goten have higher ki. No, they became Super Saiyans quicker. So Earth may have not just the compassion, some other aiding factors, and Broly did not have, mean, barely had any contact with Earth, even in GT, even in the Super movie. So the whole factor compassion, no compassion. Fuck compassion. He was in a sense, yeah, in a sense, Broly was more of a Saiyan in the environment, even more than our proud prince. Now the biggest difference, which I considered, now the biggest difference, which is why I even considered telling this whole big thing, the whole long tail, the tail. Broly had his monkey tail, while the other two tails were chopped. Other two Saiyans had their tails chopped long before they even thought of becoming a Super Saiyan. Saiyans had the ability to turn into the Ozaru when the full moon was out, almost like a werewolf. This giant ape form could be the cornerstone of Saiyan lineage and a warrior strength. This factor could also be the reason why Goku and Vegeta could never, even if they wanted to, turn into the legendary Super Saiyan. Another thing, Goku, his training was just martial arts, and also he learned Kaioken from South Kai. Kaioken is basically a energy multiplier. I feel Goku like unconsciously forgot his senior age, but he couldn't grasp whatever it was wasn't taught like in genetically passed down information. He just learned what he could from Grandpa Gohan, Master Roshi, and and Kami. Somewhere that Goku didn't know his lineage, so he actually learned about what the Saiyan is from Raditz, and then from Frieza, his enemy, that what a Super Saiyan is, the legendary warrior or something. On Namek, after watching his best friend get slaughtered and being powerless to stop it, he felt the need for power. After so long, he felt the need to have more power, but he knew Kaioken wasn't enough. He needed more, and as he once said, power comes in response to a need, not desire. And that's where the air quotations legendary Super Saiyan was born again. But his transformation was based on the principle of Kaioken, which is just an energy multiplier. And as he transformed, Frieza also thought what stood before him was a warrior of legends. After that, when Future Trunks and both Goku and Goku show up with Super Saiyan, Vegeta's pride got hurt, and he got to training. Training in Solid Road was always his style, but without a coach, one can lose focus and get insufficient results. Not Vegeta though. His goal was always to be stronger than Kakarot. So that's what he did. He knew of Kaioken from the very first fight, and also he wanted to become stronger than Kakarot. That's all he wanted to do. And then seeing two more Saiyans, both Trunks, which obviously learned in the future from these two itself, but both Trunks and Goku, who have the similar key flows, similar techniques to become the Super Saiyan. That's all he had as a reference point. And then his goal, more Super Saiyans, more technique. Eh, and so he too became a Super Saiyan. I would like to call this form as the false Super. No, no, because legendary Super Saiyan is the green one, which well, just a sec. Hmm, never the legendary Super Saiyan has green hair and everything, and ours only have blonde hair, sometimes red blue, and that's a different point. Now, if you look at Goku and Vegeta's human transformations, they are always more human-like. Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, very similar. Just one has hair standing, two has slightly sparks or something, and three has obviously longer hair, which is closer to the ape but that's not it. And then 4, Super Saiyan 4 from GT was the only form where they more look ape-like. They're with fur, and also if you notice close enough, it is they have a tail. One single form. That's all the Saiyans got, which was the closest to the Saiyan bloodline. One single form, not an evolution from 1 to 3, but obviously stronger than all three. Later, the transformations more become more different, more based on ki and more based on energy. See, Super Saiyan God, which was formed due to multiple, not, multiple warrior strength, not miss. I think that was misinterpreted. Misinterpreted. Misinterpreted as Saiyans. I think it just meant six warrior ki, which was high enough. That's why even Vidal could contribute, not just because she had a baby, but also because she had learned key manipulation. So six warriors of pure heart joined in to contribute to becoming the Super Saiyan God, which is then go when Vegeta unlocks it with just God key because he was Super Saiyan Blue. And then Super Saiyan Blue is just Super Saiyan God plus Super Saiyan. That's what the even Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego in the future are more similar to the angels and gods of destruction. This is what I think is different. The Goku and Vegeta are more focused on ki and all the techniques and not necessarily Saiyan battling, whatever their fighting techniques, whatever their energy or something what which made Broly different. Also when Super Saiyan, like Goku had the trigger to become emotionally unstable, not necessarily, but the power. He wanted the power. And in Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, that was similar trigger like Broly. So even the trigger wasn't. I think this is the biggest reason why they are different. The tail, there's different bloodline, different fighting styles, and obviously the lack of knowledge, which in terms of Broly is actually more knowledge because he had his father and everything. So that concludes my theory, and thanks you for listening. Hope you liked whatever my ramble was, and